From the vast plains of Africa to the depths of the Amazon rainforest, the natural world is a place of endless wonder. Can your brain handle these mind-bending illusions? Join me, dear viewer, as we delve into the fascinating world of optical illusions. Get ready to have your mind blown by the most incredible optical illusions ever created. We will journey through a realm where lines deceive, shapes transform, and our senses conspire to play tricks on us. Our first encounter brings us face to face with a curious specimen, the spinning dancer. Is she spinning clockwise or counterclockwise? Fix your gaze upon her and you might find her switching directions before your very eyes. This mesmerizing illusion highlights the brain's remarkable ability to interpret ambiguous information, filling in the gaps with its own assumptions. The dancer herself remains unchanged, yet our perception of her movement can shift in an instant. The spinning dancer, a simple yet profound illusion, serves as a fitting introduction to the wonders that await us. So let us venture further into this captivating realm, where perception reigns supreme, and nothing is quite as it seems. Our expedition now leads us to a most peculiar structure, the Ames Room. At first glance, it appears to be an ordinary, if somewhat nondescript, room. Step inside, dear viewer, and observe as the very fabric of perspective begins to unravel. Two individuals of equal height standing in opposite corners of the room will appear to shrink or grow before your very eyes. The walls, floor, and ceiling are not what they seem, meticulously angled to create this disorienting illusion of scale. The Ames Room is a powerful reminder that our perception of the world is shaped by our expectations and assumptions. Our journey into the realm of illusion now brings us to a seemingly mundane scene, a checkerboard bathed in light and shadow. At first glance, it appears to be just an ordinary checkerboard, but there's more than meets the eye. Focus your attention on two squares, one labeled A and the other B. These squares are positioned in such a way that they seem to be affected differently by the light and shadow. Square A, shrouded in shadow, appears to be a darker shade than square B, which basks in the light. This difference seems obvious and undeniable at first glance, but here's the twist. Squares A and B are in fact the exact same color. This revelation is often met with disbelief and amazement. This astonishing illusion, known as the checker-shadow illusion, highlights the remarkable way our brains process light and shadow. Our perception is tricked into seeing a difference where none exists. Even when presented with irrefutable evidence to the contrary, our brains cling to their initial interpretation, a testament to the power of our visual system. This illusion serves as a powerful reminder of how our senses can be deceived, challenging our understanding of reality. Chapter 4. Our exploration of visual trickery now leads us to a most peculiar staircase, the Penrose Stairs. Ascend these enigmatic steps and you'll find yourself caught in a perpetual loop, forever climbing yet never reaching the top. The Penrose Stairs, named after its creators, mathematicians Lionel and Roger Penrose, is a classic example of an impossible object. Our brains, wired to perceive depth and perspective, struggle to reconcile the conflicting information presented by the stairs. This mind-bending illusion serves as a reminder that even our most fundamental perceptions of space and geometry can be challenged. Chapter 5. Our next encounter brings us face to face with a ghostly apparition, the Kanizsa Triangle. At first glance, you might perceive a stark white triangle, its edges sharply defined, superimposed on a backdrop of three black circles with strategically missing segments. But look closer, dear viewer, and you'll realize that the triangle is not actually there. Our visual system, hardwired to perceive patterns and shapes, fills in the missing information, creating the illusion of a complete triangle where none exists. The Kanizsa Triangle, a masterpiece of visual deception, reminds us that what we see is not always a reflection of what is truly present. Chapter 6. Our exploration of visual perception now leads us to a deceptively simple yet profoundly intriguing illusion. The Müller-Lyer Illusion. Two lines, identical in length, stand side by side, each adorned with different arrowheads. Yet to our eyes they appear to be of different lengths, a perplexing phenomenon that challenges our perception. One line, adorned with arrow tails pointing outward, seems to stretch longer than its counterpart, which is flanked by arrowheads pointing inward. This visual trickery is both fascinating and bewildering. The exact mechanisms behind this illusion remain a subject of debate among scientists and psychologists. But one prevailing theory suggests that our brains interpret the arrowheads as cues for depth and perspective, leading us to misjudge the lengths of the lines. The Müller-Lyer Illusion, a testament to the power of context and interpretation, demonstrates how our visual system can be easily fooled. It reminds us that even our most basic perceptions of size and distance can be easily swayed by subtle visual cues. This illusion serves as a powerful example of how our brains construct reality, often relying on context and prior knowledge to make sense of the world around us. Prepare yourself, dear viewer, for our next illusion is a study in duality, the Rubin Vase. This ambiguous image, a classic example of figure-ground perception, presents us with a tantalizing dilemma. Gaze upon it, and you might perceive a graceful vase, its elegant curves standing out against a dark backdrop. But shift your focus, and a remarkable transformation occurs. The vase disappears, replaced by two faces in profile, their noses touching, seemingly engaged in a silent conversation. This illusion serves as a potent reminder that our perception of reality is not fixed, but rather a fluid and dynamic process. Chapter 8. The Ebbinghaus Illusion. Our journey now brings us to a perplexing puzzle of relative size, the Ebbinghaus Illusion. At the heart of this illusion lie two central circles, identical in size. However, one circle is surrounded by a ring of larger circles, while the other is flanked by smaller circles. Remarkably, the central circle surrounded by larger circles appears smaller than its counterpart, despite their equal size. The Ebbinghaus illusion reminds us that our perception of size is not absolute, but rather a relative judgment influenced by a complex interplay of factors. Chapter 9. The Café Wall Illusion. Our next stop takes us to a seemingly ordinary street scene, but be warned, dear viewer, for even the most mundane settings can harbour extraordinary illusions. Feast your eyes upon the Café Wall Illusion, a mesmerizing display of distorted geometry. Imagine yourself strolling past a cafe, its exterior adorned with a simple pattern of black and white tiles arranged in a grid. The horizontal lines, perfectly parallel in reality, appear to be sloping, as if swaying to a silent rhythm. The Café Wall Illusion serves as a powerful reminder that our visual system is constantly striving to make sense of the world around us. Chapter 10. The Impossible Trident. Our final destination on this journey through the world of illusions brings us face to face with a true enigma. The Impossible Trident, also known as the Blivet or Devil's Tuning Fork. This optical illusion has baffled and intrigued people for decades, challenging our perception and understanding of three-dimensional objects. At first glance, the Impossible Trident appears to be a simple three-pronged fork. It seems straightforward and unassuming, much like any ordinary object you might encounter in daily life. But as your eyes follow its prongs, a perplexing transformation occurs. The illusion starts to play tricks on your mind, making you question what you are truly seeing. The three prongs at one end inexplicably morph into two at the other, defying the fundamental laws of physics and geometry. This transformation is not just a visual trick, but a profound statement on how our brains interpret visual information. The Impossible Trident serves as a fitting end to our journey, leaving us to ponder the very nature of reality and the extraordinary capabilities and limitations of the human mind. It reminds us that what we see is not always what is truly there, urging us to look beyond the surface and question our perceptions. As we conclude our expedition into the captivating world of optical illusions, we are reminded that the human brain is both a powerful and fallible instrument. What we perceive as reality is often a delicate balance between the information our senses gather and the interpretations our brains construct. Thanks for watching. Which illusion blew your mind the most? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing content. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep your mind open to the wonders of the world, both real and perceived.